Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing Magic, and Mysticism, here to talk to you more about the occult and the paranormal. Okay, so today's video is going to be on St. Expedite. And although I've done other videos on St. Expedite, this is going to be more of a, I guess, a field report about a particular working that I did. And I kind of wanted to describe that to y'all and share that with y'all. So, well, let's begin. So, I guess the story begins where I have a friend who a couple months ago was being employed by a little mom and pop store, and 2 months ago she got word that her particular employment was likely to be bought out by a larger company. So fast forward, a couple weeks shy of 2 months, it looked like that this was actually going to happen. They came in, they did inventory, started talking to employees and interviewing them and all that sort of business. And she, after doing some research, discovered that this is not the company that she wanted to work for. So she wanted to kind of get out and go in a new direction. So she applied for another job, and as it turns out, I know someone associated with this particular company. She applied, and she was supposed to get an interview. So 1 week goes by after applying, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, and nothing. Now I know specifically that this is not anything unusual, but that doesn't help someone who is out of work. So at this point I said, well, I'm going to do something. So I went ahead and I thought of St. Expedite. While I've never actually used him in this particular way to actually speed up a behavior in somebody, this is associated with prosperity, this is associated with money, so I figured I would give it a shot. So I kind of take you through my process briefly. If you want to know more about that, of course, you can subscribe to my Patreon, which I give a kind of an outline of how to go about doing that. I'll put that link in the bottom. But anyway, so what I did was I got my altar ready. I wrote out a petition that I wanted my friend to be contacted within 7 days. So I was specific about what I wanted. I started it on Wednesday, which is associated with Mercury, which was swiftness. Again, this dovetails with St. Expedite and his quick nature. In fact, a lot of people use Wednesday as the beginning of his workings. Then I wanted to put that she be contacted in 7 days. Lit my candle. I did my calling of St. Expedite. I went ahead and made my petition, which is, this part was more like the offering. Okay, so in St. Expedite, if you come through with this, I will give you a public proclamation, and what is normally associated with your offering, which would be a piece of pound cake. Now, in case, let's say that you are new and you're wondering, well, Mark, what are you talking about St. Expedite? Saints don't require offerings. What is that about? Well, this particular thing that you're hearing about is because St. Expedite is also associated with hoodoo, which they give offerings. So that would be the offering. So I went ahead, lit my candles, did my thing. I did one iteration, not two. So I did 1 day, just for a little while. Went to bed, extinguished the candles. That was it. So then I waited, and I put my faith in St. Expedite to do his job. I didn't worry about it. I knew it would turn up. Outcome would be favorable. Fast forward, so Thursday goes by, nothing. Friday, the weekend, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I got a message from my friend that she was contacted by the interviewer, and that's that. My friend who knows the interview said that it appeared that something was driving her, because she stated that she was going as fast as she could. So who knows? Maybe St. Expedite did have an effect on influencing this person. So she got the contact for the interview, and now she is moving forward with it. Now, so I'm counting this as a success. It was actually slightly before 7 days. I did the working on a Wednesday evening, and this all took place, the contacting and receiving of the notification through email, Wednesday morning. So was it still within the window? So that's what I count as a success. By the way, I just want to digress for a second, because this has been on my mind. I got a message from somebody on my Facebook, and sometimes I get really unusual messages. This particular person found that he didn't have success doing, getting results from St. Expedite using the traditional way. So he's asking me whether it would do have any effect to threaten St. Expedite. And I scratched my head, and I had to say, it doesn't do any good to threaten any spiritual entities. Not to mention, what are you going to threaten them with? You're going to leave them a bad review on Yelp? I mean, really, it isn't like St. Expedite is a server at your local restaurant. You're going to ask to see the manager and get him in trouble. I mean, it doesn't work that way. I guess you could think of him as a spiritual independent contractor. So, no threatening of St. Expedite. Another reason why this may be is that since he is associated with hoodoo, some people use him for slightly darker purposes. So, another reason why I wouldn't threaten him. There may be a darker side to his nature. Be that as it may, it's not one that I wish to delve into. Okay, again, if you're interested in the St. Expedite rite, you're more than welcome to check out my Patreon, which I'll put the subscription link in the bottom of the description. And I hope you all have a good weekend. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in a future video. Peace.